perceptions. Where do they come from? How do we get to perceive what we think we're seeing or hearing or feeling? Where do perceptions come from? A lot of it will have come from the imprint period of the first 7 years of your life. And then there is a battle going on daily to control your perception. I remember listening to a speaker who was in a training seminar it was NLP related, and the message was, when you're a speaker, you have to have an intent for how you want your audience to perceive you, and so you will craft your talk, your delivery, your presentation in a way that you are massaging the way that you are perceived. Some politicians are good at this, some are absolute crap because we perceive them as shit. But perception, now then you think about everything else that's going on. Like, huge amounts of money are spent, there's research done on the social engineers who are going to work on the propaganda to manipulate our perception in a way that benefits them. And wow, it's a huge, huge area. In fact, it was Freud's nephew, it was mentioned on a post last week, I think, who wrote the book Propaganda. Hitler was a fan of it, although the author didn't like that. So propaganda, it's about manipulating the way you perceive things to shift your behaviour so that you'll do what the social engineers want you to do. And now a lot of people will say, oh no, my mind's stronger than that. No, it's not. Your mind is plastic. Reality is plastic. The manipulation on TV, radio, newspapers, that's why they're so valuable, because they can control what the population is perceiving about current events. Say, omitting, not publishing events that are going around in the world, like the European farmers in many, many countries protesting about the farming activity being attacked. You won't see that on the mass media. So there's a fight here. So how do we get past this? Because our perception, the blinkers, we can only take on what we are consuming. And so whoever controls the data feed in your life is controlling how you perceive what's going on and then your behaviour. So if you can master and control your own perception of what's going on, that is going to be your superpower. And be aware that not everything is what it seems, because there's a lot of forces out there trying to reshape your perception of reality. And the only person that should be in control of that is you. So we have a lot of things happening. We've got the government wanting to pass legislation here in Australia, and I think it's being mirrored right around the world. Funny that it's a worldwide movement for legislation where the government becomes the Ministry of Truth through misinformation and disinformation acts, and then controlling our behaviour, which is another subject. So how do we combat this? How do we take control of our perception? First thing is to have an awareness that there is this battle for our mind. There is a battle for your mind. So be aware that this is happening. And then as you see messages come across, so after awareness, you've got to question everything. Question what is happening. Why is that message coming across? Why is it being shaped in that way? How can the news possibly tell us what's going on in the world when they only give it 30 seconds or 60 seconds? Those little grabs just to try and shape you and jolt you and hit you emotionally to shape your perception. So we question everything, become a seeker of the truth. Become a seeker of the truth. And that can be really, really challenging when you see things such as the child sex trafficking and many other things related to that. That'll be an eye-opener and probably shatter some of your beliefs about the world and your perception of the world, because the world isn't what you think it is. your perception is so valuable, it's worthwhile investing your time, and it will be an investment of time, to work on protecting your mind, what you perceive that's going on. You've got to question everything. Be aware that it's happening, be a seeker of the truth, question everything, and then ask who has benefited. And Australia Day, look what's happened, like I know over my lifetime, over the last 63 years, where our perceptions around Australia Day have been shaped, and now it's being used as a divisive tool. Like I just saw the Captain Cook statue in Melbourne was cut off at the ankles just recently. Why would people do that? Aren't we in a democracy? Aren't we in a place where we are free to exchange our views? And more than 60%, what was the recent poll? 63, 64%, may have even been higher, wanted Australia Day to be kept where it is on the day. I mean, it's a day. It's a day we've had for a long time to celebrate our pride in Australia and as a nation. And when that pride, and like this is a change of perception, isn't it? That's been hammered away because whoever's behind the social engineering is creating the division, destroying our national identity and our pride. So there's something that's being attacked. Now, who benefits from that? Do your research, seek the truth, question everything. Okay, I hope that doesn't upset you too much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you celebrate our nation tomorrow, the pride that we have. I'm proud to live in this country and the wonderful country that it has been. Let's get it back up there. All right. You have an awesome day. Celebrate Australia Day. Take care.